All right, instant reaction, bro. I did a video on 99 Overall channel, like where I kind of broke down this weekend. I'm not gonna lie, like in that video, I was like, "This is gonna be the best divisional weekend of all time." This weekend sucked, bro. Like the matchups were still good, but like I don't know, man. It kind of fucking sucked.
Yeah, I mean, it really didn't, it wasn't, they were not fun games. They weren't fun games at all. Like, none of them were.
No, they
And I
sucked.
thought they were all going to be.
I don't.
And you were right. When you brought it up, you said, you're like, we're prime for like one side's a storyline, the other side's pretty much entertainment. And it was like, the only thing that you were like right about was the storylines. The game sucked.
Bro, the game sucked. I mean, like the freaking Trevor Lawrence hopping around on a peg leg for half the game. Not Trevor Lawrence, but Pat Mahomes on a peg leg for half the game. It was like that game was like, I don't know, it was a 7-point game, wasn't even that close. I knew that I felt like the Eagles would blow out the freaking Giants, which happened. And then, I mean, just the Bills just don't show up, man. Like, don't even get close to showing up. I'm a Bills fan, so
Go ahead, bud. Go ahead and rant a little bit.
The problem is, as a sports fan, there's things that you want that you know are never going to happen. And you want them, like, emotionally, but, like, I know that they're not going to fire Sean Mcdermott. Like, I know. And, like, anybody that's like, oh, that's a horrible take. Sean Mcdermott, like, they were freaking poverty franchise. You're giving away tickets just so people would come to games before him. But, bro, he just I watch every game. I watch every game for probably 7-8 years straight. And, like, the last 5-6 years that Sean McDermott's been there, I've watched every Bills game. And every big game of his career, his team comes out and gets out-physicaled and out-coached. I mean, what was the freaking – did you watch the game? Did you, watch it?
Yeah. No, I did. I watched the whole game until, I think I missed, the last 5 minutes because I fell asleep.
Yeah. What was the game plan, bro? What was the offensive game plan? And more importantly for Sean McDermott, what was the defensive game plan? I've got a picture. I'm posting pictures on social media, bro. It is 3rd and 4, and the camera angle you can't even see the DBs for the Bills. That's how much cushion they're giving on 3rd and 4. And Joe Burrow just stands up and throws the ball to Jamar Chase, and he gets a first down. It's like, what is the game plan? Like, what was the game plan? Can you identify a game plan? Coach T, can you identify a freaking game plan? Because I can't identify one. The Bengals seemed like they had a game plan. They had a game plan. They were going short.
I think the Bengals are just better, man.
Well, what? Okay, so I think the Bengals were better. And I said I thought it was a toss-up. I thought the Bills would win because they were at home. I think the Bengals are better. But my point is, I'm talking about Sean McDermott. And I'm talking about what was the game plan. Because the Bengals on offense was short. I mean, it was quick passes because they have 3 starting linemen down going into that game. So they was short passing. What was the Bills' game plan? And why did they not change it? Like, they were playing 8-10 yard cushion the whole game, bro. They didn't bring any pressure. I mean, I'm sure there was a game plan, right? Sean McDermott didn't just spend the whole week just, banging lines of coke and hanging out at the strip club. Like, I know there was a game plan, but what was it? I can't identify, because when I look at the Bengals, on defense, they blitzed Josh Allen to death. And they got him, it was like they knew what plays were going to get called, because that's how predictable the Bills' offense is under Ken Dorsey. But they blitzed him from the side he wanted to throw to, getting his eyes off the receiver he wanted to go to. The Bills were just vertical all day. No short game, no short passing game, and you have the worst offensive line, and you're getting blitzed. You never changed. They didn't throw one screen pass. You didn't throw one screen pass with all this heavy blitz. It's like, what was the game plan? Because every big game, every important game, Sean McDermott he gets out-coached. I mean, it's one thing to be outmanned, but he got out-coached. Again.
Go off, bud. I don't know, man. I don't know if the game plan was Josh Allen, please. But, that's what it felt like. And he missed some throws. He definitely missed a couple throws, but there was a couple throws he made that should have been caught.
Yeah.
And it's and even in the second half, you saw his game elevate a little bit, and he stepped up, and he was doing things on his feet, but there's only so much you can do on the offensive side of the ball when your offensive line is garbage, and you can establish the run game.
No, I mean they got themselves in a 14-point hole early, so there was no run game.
And so that immediately, if there was a game plan, that immediately changes your game plan, especially when you have Joe Burrow on the other side picking you apart the whole game. It wasn't even like it almost felt like Joe didn't even have to throw the ball. It almost felt like he didn't have to like nickel and dime it down the field. It felt like he was getting a couple good runs, maybe get something nice out of like just do a little check down to Joe Mixon, and then there goes freaking T. Higgins and Jamar Chase on either side of the ball, just beating you deep the whole game. Yeah, I mean
he didn't throw very many contested balls. I mean it was wide open, and we played zone the whole. I mean we played zone almost the whole game. Kind of this matchup zone that we run, that Sean Mcdermott runs. We didn't tackle well. I mean, I don't know how many times Joe Burrow, the thing about Joe Burrow, I text you, the main difference between him and Josh Allen is he's on time and on target every time. It's on time every time. Even if it's a check down, it's like he already knows he's going there. When Josh throws to a check down, he's already made every possible read twice, stiff armed somebody, hurdled somebody, and then he checks it down. Like it's on, but it was on time checkdowns and it's on target checkdowns. And I was watching the Bills play and I was watching the 49ers play, and not to get off subject, but like 49ers were rallying, and even the Bengals against the Bills, the checkdowns, they're rallying and just sticking people. And they're checking down and just breaking a tackle. Nobody's getting tackled by the first man. And I mean, yeah, we were outmanned. It did look like Josh, please save us. And the thing is, man, Josh is not Joe Burrow. Josh is not a 70% completion guy. He's not going to pick you apart. He's not like this ultra accurate guy. He's a guy that's going to throw 3 or 4. He's a guy that can get you up and down the field, any drive. He can score on any drive, obviously. And he can throw some balls that nobody on the planet could throw. And he didn't get a whole lot of help. He had a couple drops, but after the first.
From what you saw, do you think that even if, number one, I honestly don't even know how banged up the Bills are. Like from what you say, but even if the Bills, like if they have all their guys, from what you saw, like with how Sean Mcdermott prepared for this game, like do you even think that if you had all of your guys ready, it really would have made a difference?
No, I don't think it'd make a difference. I don't think the Bills are better than the Bengals at any position or any position group on the football field. They're not better at quarterback. They're not better at running back. They don't even have a better line. They don't have a better receiving core. They don't have a better defensive line. I mean, Hubbard and Erickson were murdering us. Maybe the linebacking core, maybe, but secondary. I mean, what was the guy's name? Hinton and Eli Apple. I mean, Eli Apple is the biggest meme. This dude gets dropped off to the stadium by his mother, and he's over there locking up Stephon Diggs. I mean, his mom drops him off to the games until he was like 26 years old.
Are you serious?
I'm maybe not that old. When he was a rookie, I specifically remember him as a rookie getting dropped off to a stadium by his mother. And he's over here. He's over here locking up Stephon Diggs. Here's the deal. Stephon Diggs, in the last 3 biggest playoff games of his career, the AFC Championship, last year's Divisional, and this year's Divisional, he went 19 yards in the AFC Championship game, 7 yards in last year's Divisional game, and 35 yards today. He can be single covered. How is he? He's not Jamar Chase. He's not Justin Jefferson. He's not Debo. He's not even freaking A.J. Brown. Dude, you can single cover Stephon Diggs. Like, I love Stephon Diggs, but you can. I mean, they just don't have enough special. Really, they don't. I mean, they're a long ways. It's like, I know this is an emotional reaction, but they look like they're just taking steps backwards. And Josh Allen plays a certain way. You're a Carolina fan. You know how he plays. You know Cam Newton. The reason I'm so emotional is Josh Allen's gonna be 27. He's not gonna play. He's not gonna be playing until he's not going to be playing 36, 37, 38, 40 years old.
With the way he plays, with his style of play.
Yeah, and if he's dropping back and, playing like Peyton Manning, they're not going to be very good anyways because he throws about 62% completion. You know, his whole game is big chunk plays with his arms and big chunk plays with his legs. And he scores about 45 touchdowns a year doing that. Like, you know, that reminds me. I want to hear from our sponsor real quick. Deep Ellum Blonde. When your team gets absolutely skull dragged in the playoffs, have a Deep Ellum Blonde. Deep Ellum Blonde. When you want a blackout drunk on a Sunday night with work in the morning, get Deep Ellum Blonde. All right, go back.
Yeah, go back to that. If you're right, bud, you need to call someone.
Deep Ellum Blonde.
I don't know, man. I think the Bills' biggest. I think what I think the Bills need to target the most this offseason. Sean Mcdermott needs to target this offseason because I think he's going to lose Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey's been getting all kinds of offers. He may not, but he's been getting interviewed. I think he just had an interview with Carolina. But I think he's going to have to go. He's going to have to go figure out something to do with the offensive line. He's going to have to find Josh Allen a number 2 receiver because Gabe Davis is not the number 2 receiver. He makes big plays, but.
Yeah, I agree, man. The offensive line's got to be a priority. You've got to really try. I mean, one of the reasons is you've paid some people and you're about to start paying people. So you've got to decide, what are you going to do with Von Miller? Because I'm pretty sure you can get out of every year of Von Miller's contract.
I forgot about Von Miller.
Like, he just tore his ACL. He's going to be, 34? I think he's got voidable years on all of the rest of his contract. Tre'Davious White, what do you do with that big contract? After today's game, you're not paying Ed Oliver. Where was he? You didn't hear his name one time.
No. I'm not going to lie. I forgot he was on the field, too.
Dog, he's supposed to be Aaron Donald 2.0. He's the same type of build, the same type of, that's what he was compared to. And, I mean, you're not paying him. You've got to pay, I think, Edmonds or Milano. I can't remember which one, but either way, they're about the same probably price tag. I mean, you're paying Josh Allen $43 million a year. So I don't know. They need offensive line help. They need to draft better. They could probably use Leslie Frazier. If Ken Dorsey and Leslie Frazier leave, I don't think anyone's going to be horribly. Leslie Frazier's done okay. It's just too conservative, man. Give me Vic Fangio. Give me what's the guy? I can't think of his name right now. He was in Miami. Brian Flores. Give me Brian Flores. The dude can scare anybody. I mean, he's the most intimidating person in the world.
You know who else? I forgot his name. Carolina's interim head coach right now.
Oh, yeah.
I literally cannot think of his that blanked out. That's another guy.
Steve Wilks.
Steve Wilks.
Yeah.
That's another guy.
Steve Wilks, yeah. But go get somebody that's more aggressive. I want Leslie Frazier is like a damn corduroy pant wearing, damn plaid shirt, Sunday service ass calling game defensive coordinator I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's lollipop stuff. I want pressure. I want it to look like the Bengals. The Bengals aren't particularly good on defense, but they can play good because they just get you off your game.
Yeah.
They were just. It's a luxury to know that your offense can score whenever so you can just be like, hey, we give up a huge play, a touchdown, we got our offense. We're gonna blitz, we're gonna play aggressive coverages, hope they make a mistake. If they get us, then we got Joe Burrow. But the Bills got Josh Allen. I want a defensive coordinator that has the aggression, to say, hey, I know my offense can score, as opposed to Leslie Frazier's like, let's just make sure. Let's just keep it close. Let's keep it close. It's like, yeah, no. You can't do that with the best quarterbacks, man. You can do that in September. They've been doing it every September. You can do that against freaking Davis Mills.
Yeah. Well, Cowboy Cole, you're also an avid watcher of the Cowboys. I know you support them, and not necessarily a Cowboys fan, but it's another Cowboys year, bud. It's another. The boys are back, and they can't falter. I mean, it's another thing where injuries made the postseason suck. Tony Pollard going out. When he went out, I literally thought there it goes. He's so electric. He brings just a different pace to the game when he's in. Zeke is not Zeke anymore, dude.
Yeah. Have you ever
Where
been
do you
happy?
go from here?
Have you ever been happy as a sports fan? Like, have you ever been really happy? Because
One time, I can tell you, I was happy for a whole year.
yeah,
I'm a Virginia Tech fan of all sports, a Panthers fan, a Mavericks fan, a Padres fan. I know it's very diverse, but I can explain. But Padres have been to a World Series, and they never won a World Series. The Panthers have been to 2 Super Bowls now, have yet to win a Super Bowl. Virginia Tech does not have one team national championship. Even if I was like, I like tennis, like, but if I was a big time tennis fan, like, we don't have a tennis national, like, we don't have a track national championship. We have ACC championships, but I was happy for 1 year, and that was 2011. Really, see that? That's the shot right there that sealed the game. That I think sealed the series. But
yeah.
But no, the answer to your question is no. I've been depressed for 26 of my 27 years as a sports fan.
Well, I agree. So I'm like, yeah. So like, just a background sports fan. I'm all OU. I'm Bills, Cowboys, all Oklahoma City, and I'm Mavericks because I was a Mavericks guy before the Thunder, and just kind of living around the area. But I would say the Cowboys and Mavs are kind of like the secondary team. I still root for them. I'm still really happy. I still have bragging rights if they win. That's the only time I've been happy. I mean, the OU won a championship when I was a little kid, like in 2000. I don't remember it. I remember them going to a couple championships, especially the one against Florida. They've had success, but bro, being a sports fan has been the worst thing for my life. Like, I think I would probably be maybe the CEO of some organization if I was never a sports fan. Like, if I would have just been in band or chess club, I think I'd been way better off in life because it is just derailed. Like, tomorrow, I'm not gonna get a lot done tomorrow because I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna be texting people. I'm gonna be like on my phone. I'm gonna watch the all 22 breakdown of both games. So no, yeah, it's same old with Cowboys. I mean,
last thing you want to hear is, man, Josh Allen really looked great yesterday, didn't he, Cole?
yeah, no, I know, and it's
shenanigans.
Yeah, it's why I do not go to bars to watch games. I refuse. Like, if I like the team, I will not go to a bar to watch a Dallas game, OU game, Bills game, Thunder game. I mean, maybe a Thunder game because there's 82 of them. But I can't do it, dude. I can't do it because the thought of being in a bar where like it's 50-50 Bengals fan or 50-50 49er fans for the Cowboys, it's like I'm gonna go to jail because I'm gonna order a bottle. I'm gonna have the girl come out, blow the whistle. They're going to hold up the sign. They're going to bring me a ball. Everyone's going to be staring at me. And I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to throw it at somebody immediately and start some kind of brawl because I can't take it, man. Like, it's just too personal for me. So, hey, Cowboys, same old, same old. Here's where I'm at as a sports fan. I'm very negative. I text you. You're very positive. When it was like when the Bills were down 14 in the fourth and I said it's over, you're like, I still believe. And I was like, of course you do. Bro, I thought going into the game, I'm like, I think the Cowboys can win. I don't know what happened. 8 minutes into the game, I was like, they're going to lose the game. And the whole game, it's like, it's one thing to be like miserable now. I was miserable the whole game because I'm like, they're going to lose. They're going to lose.
I just felt like they couldn't piece the whole drive together offensively. Defensively, I think they played really well.
Yeah, they did play
as good as they could have.
I thought defensively they played pretty good. I thought offensively they weren't horrible. They couldn't finish a drive. I mean, Dak Prescott picked a bad time to have a bad game. Like, I don't think he was horrible, but I mean, he just a couple turnovers and he just didn't make enough really big plays. I think he played, as far as they go, like he played hard. But, given everything he had.
Brett Maher's walking home. Yeah. Probably going to go get a job interview at Wendy's.
Yeah.
Probably going to get fired the next day because he has to kick someone out and he's scared he's going to miss it.
Yeah. Bro, Brett Maher. Dude, can you imagine being Brett Maher? Like, after that first miss,
No.
okay, after that first miss, he got blocked. If you're Brett Maher, go into his brain. How do you feel, bro? Are you, like, happy that got blocked? Because we all know where that kick was going.
Oh, dude.
Like, are you like...
as soon as, honestly, I saw the block, and I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way. And they came back to it, and they're like, I really don't think he would have made it. That's
bro.
what they're talking, like, oh my God, it was wide left.
That ball
Dude,
came off.
He kicked it into his hands. If he would have kicked it through the uprights like it should have, he might have made, like, it wouldn't have been blocked.
Bro, that ball took off directly, like, sideways. Like...
It's like I don't know who blocked it, but if he had his hands up, it's like he was aiming towards his hands.
Yeah.
He didn't even aim for the uprights.
Bro, but, like, you're in his head right now. He goes 0 for 4 last game. And he kicks out when he gets blocked. You're Brett Maher. Do you feel better or worse? Because I think I kind of feel better because I know that was a bad kick. And it's kind of like, I got blocked. Can't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
Because if that would have got through, that was going to hit somebody.
If I'm Brett Maher and I'm in if I'm his brain, if I'm in his head, I'm thinking.
Brett Maher, how you doing, Brett
Dear
Maher?
God, I probably would have thought. I know for a fact that they're in the booth right now screaming because they saw exactly what I saw and they know I missed that kick regardless. So I'm sitting here thinking I'm honestly surprised he bounced back and made those two field goals. I'm honestly surprised, and I'm surprised that they put him. I don't know if they have another kicker on the sideline, but I'm surprised that they watch because I know in the booth they see everything that we see here in our living room. And I know they looked up and thought, dear God, if we had to have this guy kick a game-winning field goal, like, I think I'd rather throw a Hail Mary from the 30-yard line at that point.
Yeah.
And if I'm the coach, that's what I'm thinking. And I know for dang sure, cut that out. That
Cut it.
I know for dang sure that if, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm fired. Like,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna play football again.
Yeah.
I'm going to the XFL. I'm chugging beers on the sideline with a rock.
Yeah. It's I think he's done. I mean, they did go for it a couple times where I think they might have kicked it. So I mean, it did affect their game plan a little bit. That's bad, dude. That's a bad case of the yips. I don't think I've seen I don't know if I've seen a kicker get that bad off. I mean, he bounced back a little bit, but something's wrong. Does he have a broke foot? Because the 143-yarder that he made, I've never seen a kick do what it did. It like sliced and then hooked back at the end. Because I thought he sliced it right, and I was like, oh my God. And then it hooks back in. I'm like, bro, what did he lose a toe during the off season? We don't know about it because he's got some funky spin on this ball.
Well, apparently even in warm-ups, he didn't look at it all either.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, I'll tell you what though, man. This is our opportunity. The drop kick.
Drop kick.
The drop kick.
Bro.
We got the drop kick.
Honestly.
I'm not going to display my talents right now. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for the tryouts.
Yeah, save it.
Save it for the tryouts. Off-season's coming around.
Save it.
I'm going to call the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah, the drop. Yeah, it's open tryouts. It's open tryouts for them. Actually, I have not drank since New Year's. When we went out, did we go out? No, it was me and Ethan. This is my first beer since then. I'm pretty sure, 99% sure.
99 overall percent sure.
99 overall percent sure, and it's because of the Cowboys and the Bills. I mean, it's bad, dude. I don't know, man. But I don't know. It's just whatever can go wrong goes wrong. You know?
I know, and honestly, it's like you can't even. It feels like a joke. Like it's been a joke, but it feels even more like a joke now that they finally got over that hump. Like they got that first round playoff win. They're moving on to the Niners. The Niners were good, but I mean, you would have thought that you would have came out and performed a lot better than that. But I don't know. It's like with the Cowboys, you just every year, like it's a joke. But when they finally got over this hump, you're like, well, shoot, like this may actually be their shot. But it's like, do they actually have that shot? Like,
yeah.
When are they ever gonna have a shot?
Yeah, the Cowboys could either go 8-9 next year or be in the exact same spot. Like, they don't look like a team that's like, well, they'll win 12 games next year and be right back here. Like, you never know with the Cowboys. That's why it means more for the Cowboys, I think. Like, when they get here, it's like, man, you got to win, dude, because, like, you guys are not guaranteed. I think this is the first time they've had 2 winning seasons back-to-back in, like, 25 years. It's insane. Like,
really?
If other teams, that are here all the time, if the Bengals would have lost or if San Fran would have lost, for example, you would have said, well, they're going to win 12 games or something next year, be right back here. I mean, the Cowboys, like, there's no guarantee with that team. So, I don't know. We were texting, speaking of Cowboys, and I'm going to bring it up. We were texting during the game, and you said Tony Romo is so annoying. And I'm going to give you my take on this because I think most, like, commentators are, like, really freaking boring. Like, I like, what's the guy who played it? He called the Cowboys game. Greg
Olsen.
Greg Olsen. He called that game. And it's just boring, dude. Like,
I know. The thing is, like, I agree. Like, I agree with you. Like, I know what you mean.
I don't know, Jim. I
mean, like, it's yeah, I think what made me like Tony Romo at first was not that I dislike Tony. I'm the biggest Tony Romo supporter, especially when he was a quarterback for the Cowboys. Like, Cowboys fans are idiots forever. Like, I know there's some Cowboys fans that know how valuable he was, but he never got the credit he deserved from Cowboys fans. Like,
yeah.
So I've always been a Tony Romo fan, and when he started doing this broadcasting stuff, and he was the first one to really. It feels like he was really just calling out the plays. Like, he was saying exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then the game tonight, towards the end of the game, he shows they get into they have Cole Beasley stacked up behind maybe Stephon Diggs. I can't remember. He draws it up. He goes, nope, here he goes right here. Jimmy's gonna go right up here. They're gonna motion him across. And he hikes the ball. I'm like, shut up, Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
Now he's funny because, like, he's wrong, and it's like he used to just because he was just always right. And it was like, oh, dude, this dude's great. He's like always right, but now he'll just be like, Jim, I think they're gonna go slant here, and they don't. They run the ball, and he goes, or they'll do that. I don't know, Jim. I think he's hilarious, man. He just never shuts up. Like,
he doesn't.
He does not stop talking.
It's like there's times like when it's a close play, and you think they might have scored, they might have crossed the goal line, or they may have got a first down or caught the ball in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
And we're all sitting here watching the same thing that the refs are watching. And I can't focus because I just hear Tony Romo going, I don't think he caught it. He might have caught it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's why I love it. Because there can be a throwaway. A quarterback can roll out dirt one. And it's like a no, it's just a plays over. There's nothing to say. But he'll just be like, Jim, what a play right there, Jim. Oh, my God. Listen, this looks subtle. But that is a great quarter. Jim, I don't know, Jim. That's a good play, Jim. I know he dirted it. I know he threw it away. But if he throws this anywhere, it's a pick right there by Jennings. If he throws this, I don't know, Jim. It's just, like, that's what I like. Bro, I like Tony. I don't really like very many commentators. I love Tony Romo. I love freaking Gus Johnson, dude. We need to start a petition. Do you like Gus Johnson? A petition for Gus Johnson on more NFL games. Tell me
honestly,
you know Gus.
I can't sit here and tell you that.
Brother. He does a lot of Big 12 and Big 10 games. He does it with Joe Klatt. I love him, bro. You'll know, bro. If you watch the video of Gus Johnson.
I mean, like, I know, like, I'm sure if I sat there and listened to Gus Johnson, I'd be like, okay, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, if you heard his voice, you know. But I love Gus Johnson because he's just so over the top. I remember I was watching the Oklahoma-Texas Red River Rivalry, and it was just like, it was a commercial break, dude. He's going into a commercial. He's transitioning to a commercial, and he goes, Texas Longhorns, Sooners, Big 12. We'll be right back. Like, it was, but you got to know who
I know you're talking about.
You got to know who it is. It's just like he is so good, and he just screams at the top of his lungs. There's a big play. He's like, going up top, and it's just the funniest thing, dude. I love it so much. Like, I don't want to hear Greg Olsen just be like, yeah, man, They're doing a great job at this bunch set here. They're running right off the right guard, and it's just, I'm telling you, man, I don't know.
Well, it's like you gotta be like you gotta be an entertainer as much as you are an expert.
I know, I know. There's like a perfect blend of not being Tony Romo annoying and being like, I don't know. I don't even know who would be.
It's
next.
like if we gave Tony Romo and Joe Buck made a baby. I'd want that baby.
Bro,
I'd want to raise that baby.
I'd want to see that happen.
We'll go to
Anyways, our sponsor, Deep Ellum. When you drink too much and you say something gay, get you a Deep Ellum.
What's wrong with gay, man?
Deep Ellum. When you accidentally said a homophobic joke and you want to take a drink to get out of the awkwardness, get you a Deep Ellum. I'll take a drink right now.
Filthy animal.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Coach T. I don't know, Coach T.
I don't know. Well, Jim Nance, Cole Nance.
Yeah, Jim Nance. You know,
1 cent.
it's actually, who's Cole Nance?
Who's Cowboy Cole?
Who is Cowboy Cole?
So I was telling you about Fyre Fest Billy, but you never really heard. You've never heard of Fyre Fest at all.
Oktoberfest?
Fyre Fest.
Fyre Fest. Is that off Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No. But no. So Fyre Fest is like this guy named Billy McFarland. He came out and he's a con artist. Like he did something with credit cards and he turned it in. I can't remember the exact story, but this thing called Fyre Fest comes out where he decided I can't even say it. What's the rapper that came out? What's the rapper that came out on the halftime show? It was like screaming in the microphone, trying to get everyone pumped up, but apparently his sound wasn't on. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, damn it, I can't remember who it was. Anyways, so this guy named Billy McFarland, he started this. He planned a whole scam. He had this idea that he brought to life of he literally went to Pablo Escobar's island. His idea was to get Pablo Escobar's island, his old private island, and he was gonna hold like a big music festival. He was only inviting like celebrities and like models, and he's having like all these models promoted, and they're like retweeting it. Next thing you know, it's blowing up, and he's selling tickets. So he starts selling these tickets, go to this Fyre Fest. He brings out like a lineup saying Lil Wayne's gonna be there, all these other big time artists are gonna be there, and they said there's gonna be these like expensive VIAs that you can get, like just big package deals, and he sells out. He absolutely sells out. He had nothing planned. He had like 3 months till this thing was gonna start. He's like, gosh, he had to have someone start calling all of these artists to make sure they could do it. Everyone's turning it down, so he was having to get like these celebrities to come in and like perform it. Anyways, it ended up becoming a big fraud thing. Everyone had to get reimbursed their money. He ended up serving like 5 or 6 years in prison for it. It was like a big thing on Netflix. There's a documentary. So he just got out. Apparently he's already doing something. He's already back scheming again. And my buddy Johnny had texted me and said that but I gotta pull it up for you. Apparently he's he's trying to get a thing on like a party in the Bahamas. That's what he said. He said, I just read the Fyre Fest dude is setting up a treasure hunt with influencer of the Bahamas. Bahamas reported that he hasn't filed a request and he's currently a fugitive of the country.
Bro, how does he keep getting away with this?
I have no idea. I tried doing a little research on it. I had time to read up. But it's just hilarious that, like, this dude is just back at it. Guy's an absolute, like, if you Google his name, you go Google Brad Pitt, it's going to pop up, like, actor.
Yeah.
Google Lil Wayne, it's going to pop up hip-hop artist.
Yeah.
Celebrity. I literally Googled his name, and it popped up con artist.
Dang. Bro, so why did he go to prison? I mean, did he steal people's money? Did he give the money back?
I can't. He didn't do anything with the money. I don't think he even had the chance to, because by the time everyone got to, So everyone he didn't even get to use Pablo Escobar's island. He had to find another island. I don't even remember where it was. He had to find another island. There was not enough room to set up what he wanted to set up. The tents, the villas that he got put together were old hurricane tents that they used for Hurricane Katrina down in New Orleans, and he had those set up for everyone to stay in. The night, so he went through with it. There was nothing planned. It was a disaster. Everyone flew out anyways. Everyone flies out for it on the same day all together, and it shows videos of everyone recording each other. Everyone's hype. They get there the night before. A big old rainstorm came and just flooded everything. And so not only was it an absolute, not only was it just a shit show. Cut that out. Not only was it just bad, but it flooded out the night before, and everyone comes up and you don't no one has anywhere to stay. People are stealing mattresses out of everyone's tents. People are sleeping on the ground apparently, and you're just stuck on this island because you just bought a plane to this island in the middle of nowhere where he apparently has these villas and stuff set up. And so it was just one of the biggest fraud clown shows of all time. And I can't remember who.
Bro, but let's say, I mean, that's messed up. But let's say that I didn't take anyone's money. If I just said I was gonna throw a party and everybody drove in and they drove thousands of miles, and I was like, "There's not a party. There's a big rainstorm instead." How do I go to prison for that?
But here's what made it so appealing. Not that it was appealing, but here's what made it promising sounding. He teamed up with Ja Rule. That was the rapper I was telling you about. But
what's my motherfucking name? Is that Ja Rule?
Honestly, I have no idea. I never listened to Ja Rule. I just know that he was at a Milwaukee's. He did a halftime show for the Milwaukee's Bucks game.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
And no one.
He goes,
let's go. Everyone's just you can't hear anything because no one can hear what he's saying.
Yeah, he goes, I guess not.
I guess not. But apparently, it even says that he made no marketing. That he said it was going to be on Pablo Escobar's island, but he made no marketing connections with it at all.
Yeah.
And so people are just flying to a random island. I guess they think it's Pablo Escobar's island.
Yeah. Does Pablo Escobar even have an island?
Yeah, it really was an island. Yeah, it was his, I don't know if he still owns it, but it was his old island it was his old private island. Insane, dude.
How do you think of that? It was obviously a joke, right? He started as a joke, or did he?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it started as an idea, because I think he was just trying to do the next big thing. I forget the whole credit card thing that he did, but it was it was dumb, man. It was a high level credit card. You can only get this credit card if you're spending big time money type of thing.
Yeah.
And I guess that I haven't seen the thing in a while, but I guess he's wanted to do something bigger, and he paired up with Ja Rule, and I think it was one of those things that he was trying to see if it would take off.
Yeah.
Until all the tickets sold out. He flew all these models out to this island and had them do photo shoots and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're posting it with #Fyre or something like that, Fyre Festival, and everyone just caught on. He sold out tickets, and he's like, "Oh shoot!"
Yeah.
Where do I go from here? I don't know, man. You gotta watch that. Put that on the list.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
I'll write on my whiteboard.
That's crazy, dude. That just shows you kind of how thirsty some dudes are, because I want to see the breakdown. How many of the people that flew in were dudes, because they're seeing all this stuff, these hot model chicks. They're I'm going to Pablo Escobar. Because every dude, Pablo Escobar, they want to be this, they want to be bad, go to his island, he was a drug kingpin, all these models, and it's you don't even think, who's this guy? Did anybody even click on his profile to see, was he famous?
I think that he had an okay of a name just because of the whole credit card thing, and I don't even know if that fell through or not. I don't know the whole story, but I mean when you have Ja Rule helping you set up all this stuff, you really don't have to be famous because you have Ja Rule.
Yeah.
And so it's but Billy is running this whole thing. It just feels I don't know. Just imagine being in someone. Imagine if it was you that was going to Fyre Fest. like, the excitement that you and I and Ethan built up because I was flying to Phoenix just to drive down to Mexico. We're staying at some resort or something. Like, we're so excited. And, we had a good time. But it's like, imagine that times 30, and you're just sitting here. You're probably buying all kinds of, like, designer clothes and stuff. Like, you're buying all kinds of stuff to get you ready. Like, you've been working on your body. You're eating healthy. Like, you're trying to, like...
You smuggled in drugs in your butt for nothing.
Yeah, you're keister and shit. Got that. Not cussing podcast. But just imagine a disappointment. Like, I don't know. I can't even fathom it.
I feel like, how did it not turn... I know there was a storm, but how did that not turn out to be a big party anyways? How was it not like everybody's here and it's like, we're partying, dude?
Oh, that's the thing is, like... I mean, obviously, you gotta think. He's... I try to think that same way. I was like, when you put all this together, you look at it, like, as an artist, you're like, why would I not want to go perform with that?
Yeah.
But he's, like, saying all these A-list artists are going to be there, and I don't even think he took an account for their own, like, world tours or their own countrywide tours that they have going on. So it's like, these guys don't have time for this. And then they're like, who are you? Like, why would I want to come perform for you? Like, yeah, it blew up with a bunch of models and stuff, and I think that was the appealing part of it, was everyone's seeing all these pictures, and I'm like, where's this at? Like,
yeah.
But I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, like if 10,000 people, for example, flew in there, and there was nothing there, I mean, surely that, like, they could have still partied. Could have been like, okay, no artists are here.
You have to see the island.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the island. Like, it's like, I don't even think that you could have gone to a liquor store and bought liquor. And if there was a liquor store, there's not enough for thousands of people.
How'd they get a plane there?
Because there was a little airport. Like, it was a big enough island to have a... But I'm telling you, bro, it was... When you get there, like, there's nothing to do but go play in the sand.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad. Like, you're not going to bring alcohol on the airplane. Like, it's... You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really, like... You can only keister so much Coke.
Yeah, I mean...
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola, of course. I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. It just... That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. That's the power of the internet, though, dude. That's power of influence on the internet.
Literally, he's literally an influencer.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't feel like he should have went to prison, dude. That's my hot take.
That's fair. I mean,
I mean, what law did he break? I know it's like fraud, but like he didn't get anyone's money from what you're telling me, and he like, I don't know.
He was using. I think he was the money that he made off of that. I think he was using the money to help fund what he was doing.
Yeah.
And so it's like he's spending people's money. Like,
yeah.
He's like, he doesn't, like, I don't think he had the money in the first place to really, like, Ja Rule obviously had some money, but like I think he was then using that money that he got. So I think he was spending people's money. So it's like at that point, like, he has to pay back all this money, and he doesn't have it. If he had the money, he wouldn't have to worry about the fraud or anything, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It was just...
I don't know.
Unbelievable stuff.
That's nuts.
You gotta watch that.
I want to do something like that, man. Without the fraud.
Here it says, one count to... He was sentenced to 6 years in order to forfeit $26 million.
What?
And seeking more than... Organizers became the subject of a lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. Seeking more than $100 million in damages. Like...
Oh, people... So did he get, like, personally sued, or...?
I think he got sued. I think that's what happened. I guess that's probably what happened. He got sued. I haven't seen it in a while, but it just like, it came back to light when I saw that, when my buddy texted me and said that he's already back at it again. It's just hilarious. He's trying to start a party in the Bahamas, and he's not even allowed on the island.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's going to get fraud big time this time, because he's going to get, like, a fake persona, and...
Well, it's funny, man, because I started reading on it a little bit, and I guess everyone that he's been running into people, and they've just been saying hateful stuff to him, like, saying like they could die for all they care. Kind of, he's like, it hurts. Like, it hurts, but I don't blame him. I'm like, well, so what are you doing, man?
Like, how mad would you have been, like, if you did it? Like, I feel like I'd be mad, But I feel like my personality, it would have been a better story anyways for me to tell people, so I wouldn't have been like that hurt. I'd have been pissed. I definitely wouldn't have sued.
I would have been pissed, but it would have been turned more so into a funny story.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think at the time when it happened and people realized it was not like, imagine showing up to the island, you know nothing, like you know everything you saw on the internet. Then you show up to the island and there's nothing there, so you're like, what your first thought is like, are we on the right plane?
Yeah.
And your second thought is, like if this isn't like, this is promoted by Ja Rule, so you think it's an official thing, so you're sitting here like, you get there and you're like, well, if this is what it is, like what did we pay for? And then you're like, everyone's immediately thinking refund, but do you really know if you're gonna get your refund or not?
Yeah.
Like someone had to sue to make that happen. Like I don't know. My heart would have sank. Like I probably would have spent my last dime to go to this party.
Yeah. I would have been pretty scared when we were getting up to the island and there was a bunch of native tribesmen with their bow and arrows and spears. And like, that's when I'd be like, yeah, this doesn't feel right. Feels like I'm at the wrong island. That does not look like Ja Rule.
Get back in. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ja Rule wasn't there at all either?
I think he pulled his name out. I think he backed out when he could.
He got out when he could. Oh man, that's crazy, dude. I don't know. I think it'd have been a cool experience either way. Like, I think I'd have been pissed, but I think I would have had a better time just telling people like, yeah, dude, I went to this island one time, this festival, and like, just in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, especially now, like my buddy Matt, you know Matt. Matt said apparently he said one of his friends actually bought a ticket. And so it's like, at that point, like, especially now, like, it's been 6 years. It's been 5 years. But, I mean, now I look back and say, like, dude, I was a part of that. Like, that was insane. And you just start talking, like, it's a good story now. Like, it's fun to talk about. Especially when I have my money back in my pocket. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, it's good stuff. Like,
yeah.
Thing is, like, if he's out of prison, he's back doing it, apparently, like, he must be making some kind of money if his name is already back in the media.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not banned off media platforms.
I know.
Like, who was that guy, man? He was on Twitter. I just remember his profile picture. I don't remember his name or what he did, really. His profile picture is him, like, pouring a beer on the girl who's, like, upside down, twerking on the wall. You know what I'm talking about? I know you have to know. I think maybe Matt or something. He just posted like,
Facebook?
Huh?
Tom from Facebook?
Maybe it was Tom. Yeah. No, he just posted I don't know what he posted. I mean, maybe just like problematic stuff, kind of like the Andrew Tate type stuff. But the only reason I'm thinking of this is because I remember I saw somebody the other day like retweet his profile, like a snippet of it, and be like, "Miss you," because like they just banned him off Twitter and all kind of platforms.
Really?
They just banned him, yeah. I don't know what he was doing. He was doing something like where it was just generating too much negative influence, I guess. So I don't know how this guy's even able to get back on. Because you know the day he got out, he like signed back into all of his stuff and was like, I'm right back in, baby. I'm right back in.
He's been thinking about this Bahama thing for the past 5 years.
Oh, he's got the best plan in the world.
This is going to work this time.
Yeah,
it's going to work this time. I'm going to give it to Kanye. Kanye's going to help me.
Yeah.
We're going to take it to the roof.
He's been pen pals with Kanye this whole time. He's like, we're making it happen, dude. Like, it's happening. That's funny.
And I quote, said, I was talking to someone yesterday, and they're like, you can crawl in a hole and die, or you can go and try to do something and just, like, not promise any results. He's like, this is like just people talking to him.
I don't feel like it's that serious. Jeez.
Some people, I mean, it's today's world. Like, some people just take things way too deep. I mean, granted, like, it might have been someone that got screwed from the whole situation, but... Yeah. Numbers.
All right, buddy.
I think that's a wrap.
Should we kiss?
I mean, is it a goodnight kiss? Because I kissed the homies goodnight.
Don't say goodnight. Just say, until next time.
Why? 'Cause the crew.